Hello, and we are live back at the Room Radio Show on Pulse Media Radio Station. And I believe this week is the first week that we are now playing in the atrium, is it not?
I think so, but I didn't hear anything when we came in.
No, yeah.
So
Our sources may be wrong, or we could be confused, but
I'm kind of glad.
if you're in the atrium and you can hear us, give us a wave towards the window.
Big Sale people, can you hear us?
One sec, I think I might have the wrong mic on for you, Gregor. Try again.
Bake Sale people,
There we go.
hello? Nah, I don't think they can hear us.
Nah, I don't think so.
Good.
Could have given them a shout
Because
out.
I stripped back the show this week. And, somebody's left music on.
Oh, God.
You know what? Should we steal the sound bite for the other film
Let's do
show?
it. Let's do it. If they're going to leave it, we'll steal it. All right. We'll take credit as well. We made
Quiet
this.
on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
The other not so good film radio station.
Just a bit naff, really, isn't it?
Just a bit, yeah.
There's another one.
Huh?
There's another film.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why we couldn't do why we're on this day. Because there was like a 2-hour spot that we like to look of.
I haven't listened to it,
But
but
they're on.
Yeah. Anyway, right. Yes. So we're back. We're back this week. We're
Bit of a slow
we
start.
actually started on time. Believe it or not.
A minute late.
Shocking. We'll start off with reminding people who are listening, if you are listening. I know we have our number one fan listening. Shout out to Nicola.
Shout out. Is Charlotte not listening today?
No, she's got uni.
Commitments.
Yeah, I know. Right? Priorities.
Yeah.
It's alright. Should we go on after a week? But yeah, no. Just a reminder: give us a look up on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We're now putting our episodes up on there. So if you do miss a week,
there was one uploading this morning, so maybe episode 4 will be up by then. But 3 is, and then this week and last week's episode we're combining together because they're the same. So they'll be up next week probably.
And as usual, we have our soundtrack that we pick from a film. We play it to keep you entertained, and not so you're listening to us going on and on. And if you guess what soundtrack it is, we will give you a prize. The prize is always
received my prize.
Oh yeah, I should have bought you a pint last night.
uncertain, and
I'll buy you one.
mainly because it's just our friends
Friday.
doing it, so we just go, we'll get you a pint. But if you're not one of our friends and you get it,
If you we didn't actually like post that we were on, so maybe we should post now.
yes,
Yeah, 'cause I was going to share it, but I didn't see the post.
let's get on it.
You do that. Then should I just put a song on to get us in the mood?
Yes, let's
Yes.
go. We'll start with a song.
It's a good one. Let's get everybody in the mood.
What a great song
What a
that
classic,
was.
that one.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Should we start with the news?
Should we start with the sad, depressing news? Like, I think everyone's talking about this now. Pixar have released a trailer, and I choked up.
Oh yeah, I'm quite excited for it though.
I'm excited for it
Because
but
we should probably tell them what we're talking about.
yeah,
It's of course Cars 3.
Cars
I've not
3.
seen the trailer yet, but
Have
he
you
shared a
not?
thing this morning
Oh,
of what happened. and
It's
I was quite
Lightning
thinking about, yeah.
Lightning McQueen spinning in slow motion after a crash.
yeah.
He's-
And then
he's
just says
banged
from
up
this
real bad.
point, everything changes. I'm like, mate.
I'm
that's-
excited to because I've seen.
the first disabled protagonist of a Pixar movie.
No, I think they're gonna go
Owen
down.
Wilson's a very broken man. Honestly, he's had like many suicide attempts, which I don't think is very known about him. So
What?
Yeah,
Right.
honestly. So stay strong, Owen. But I'm excited to see because the second one was just by the numbers, boring.
Awful film.
Awful.
It was terrible. Who thought? I know. Let's put Mater as a secret agent. Like
Yeah,
something I
was,
liked about the original Cars is that, like, even though it's a rip off of Doc Holiday with Marty McFly
Yeah.
guy. Same
Michael J.
story.
Fox.
Doctor going off to do bigger things, ends up crashes, gets stuck in a town because he's broken property damage,
Yeah.
and he ends
Well, a lot
up
of
falling in
Pixar
love with the
films are
pace.
that.
Yeah.
Like, isn't Bug's Life a rip off of Magnificent Seven?
Yeah, it is.
And
yeah.
there's a bunch of them like that.
Mm.
But I'm excited to see him go back to the original. Him like go back to Radiator Springs.
That's what I think it is. I think he's going to become the new
And-
Doc.
Yeah, and just like I don't know. I'm just kind of excited. It's a really cool trailer. Isn't it?
It is really
And those
good trailer.
Those films get me more emotional than anything. Any other film.
Pixar have a
That's
direct
how
line
it
to my
touched me,
feeling.
like, that's not the phrasing I should use.
Yeah,
I
probably.
said after we went out, went to a party on Halloween, didn't we? And
Yes.
I was watching the Snapchat stories the next day, and I'm on several of them talking about Toy Story 3 just because to random people that we'd just met because I just watched it with my mum before I went out, and then end of the night, Nicola, who's listening, her Snapchat of me just led on the floor, just almost in tears talking about it.
It is a heartbreaking story.
Because genuinely, I didn't know what they were going to do. Because I was just watching these toys like slowly descend into fire, and I'm like,
I was like,
this how they're wrapping up Toy Story?
Yeah, I was like, this is how it ends. Interesting story. When I first watched it, obviously the feelings were at peak.
Oh, yeah.
I watched it
Tears
in cinema,
running down
I
my
nearly cried.
face, and I was like, what are they doing? Please do not kill my childhood.
I've never seen like not that I've never seen. I've never expected to see toys accepting death.
Yeah, no, it was weird. But like,
That's a great point.
at the general point where I thought
Accept
nothing
it,
else
hold
could
each other's
happen,
hands.
my brother comes in. He's already figured it out and just goes, "The clown." And I was like, "You son of a! You spoiled it for me." But then I was like, "I'm too happy that they're living. I don't care."
I remember just being in the cinema. It was like 2010. Would have been like 13 in the cinema with me full family, watching this and just looking at my mum like, "What's going to happen?"
Can it be 2010?
It was 2010.
Was it?
Yeah, honestly, I was googling it the other day because I thought it must have come out in like 2014, 13, 12. Well, no, it was 10. Next one's coming out in 2019. Are we
Ooh.
hyped for Toy Story 4?
No.
I am.
It's back to the original director.
I think.
I just saw that. It
Yeah,
was
2010.
2010.
It's pretty mad, isn't it?
Oh, that's early.
I'm excited for it because I hope by 2019, if it's set 9 years after Andy goes to college, he'll be 27. He might be married. He might have his own kid.
Yeah,
And I think that'd be a
you
nice
know, the little girl would have grown up
fuzz.
and maybe got to the point where she does the fuzz, the popo.
I
Let's
like
not get
it.
distracted.
Sorry,
Alright, let's bring it back.
Cakes, I really want to know
And
what
yeah,
the sauce is.
it could be a case of where like she grows up, throws the toys, or gives them back to Andy's
Andy.
kid,
That's what I'm hoping for.
and that would be such a great. And you know,
They're also
even
original.
even if the
It's
story is like poor,
The
who
second one's-
cares? It's Toy Story.
The second one's
What they've done is that they've timed the movies so perfectly that usually
Yes.
the audience is at the same age as Andy.
yeah.
Like the uni one, it's just perfect because I think my sister at the time
Yeah.
was gearing up to go to uni.
Same for my brother. Yeah.
And like my mum, obviously my mum was bawling at that. Like she was like greeting everywhere. Like just the thought of one
Exactly,
that this movie is so emotional, and two,
That's
it
why I
touches
think
the heart,
like, it
straight
takes
away.
takes a long time to make an animated film, but not 9 years. That's why I think they're queuing it up
Yeah,
for
they're queuing
something
it up for
special
some
for like his
reason.
bit. He's turning 27, or
Yeah,
he's
no.
having a kid with his missus. Maybe. Yeah, I'm excited to see that. Maybe the dog's died in it though.
Oh no! Oh no!
Found out the other day that my cat is 70 in cat years.
Blimey.
That's
Pretty old, that,
it's
isn't it?
back in the day. There you go.
What other Pixar film? Incredibles 2.
Oh,
I've been excited that since like
I don't
the
know.
end of the Incredibles.
I've been excited for that.
I think I'm
for
like
so
the only
long.
person who just doesn't get the fascination with the Incredibles. Like,
Really?
it's good,
It's
but I don't
the
understand why.
best Fantastic Four movie ever made.
Yeah,
That's a fair-
to be honest.
That's a fair point, but that's not really saying much, is it? I mean,
But no, but like, it's just
Josh
such
Trank.
a great film. Like,
it's good. I like there's a line in it where it's like, where what's his name? Is it Mr. Incredible? He's talking to the bad guy in it, the kid, and he's like 9 years too late, and the sequel's coming out 9 years after the original.
yeah.
Oh, well, that's quite cool. But yeah, no, I thought it was a good film, but
I'm just excited for any Pixar film.
But I
Yeah.
think why the hype is so big over The Incredibles is because obviously the ending with that guy coming in the drill through the floor.
I think they're going to
and
move on from that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone was like, "This is going to be a sequel, dead end, like straight
Yeah.
away." And they just went, "No, no, you got to wait 9 years."
They did a game. They did like PlayStation 2 game
I
that
never
continued
I had
it.
that.
Very terrible.
that's probably
Yeah.
why I don't remember it so fondly.
Nah, but yeah, there's that. What other news?
Kong Skull Island trailer.
Yes,
I am really impressed. Not gonna lie.
I am impressed by the film as well. My only problem is I don't like the trailer. I watched the first trailer
It looked
and I thought
yeah.
this is everything a trailer should be. It gives you a look at the location, the character,
I think
the cast,
that's what's
and
good.
everything.
The first trailer was a teaser.
And I liked it because I had no idea what was happening.
Yeah, no idea. You didn't see
This one gave a lot away.
Yeah,
I mean, the first one I watched, and I thought, oh, this is a really good trailer, but I don't want to watch this. I'm not really hyped off this film. Watch the second one, thinking, this looks like a sick film, but it's a terrible trailer because it gives too much away.
Yeah, to the point where they had the guy explain the Kong and the story, and the
John C.
the
Reilly.
problem.
They've got quite an ensemble cast.
Oh yeah, their cast is great.
John Goodman, Samuel L. Jackson.
Is it the same guy that did Godzilla Monsters?
No,
I'm not too sure. I don't think.
No. That's Gareth Edwards who's doing Rogue One.
Thank God.
This guy has only
so the thing
done
is, what I
one
noticed
other.
straight away was obviously it's coming after the Godzilla, and I think they're pitting them against.
Yeah, they're gonna do a fight.
But you could see King Kong so much in this trailer,
Yeah,
so it's
like,
giving me good hope
even
that
more
you're
than
gonna see
Godzilla
King
in
Kong.
Godzilla movie.
The only thing that's really like hurting me is if I see a crossover film, I have to think that both things on their own are really good, both films
That's
or
the
separate
problem.
parties. And I really hate the rebooted Godzilla. He looks
they're making
cool.
a sequel, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are
And I'm
making a
hoping
sequel.
they learn from the first one that we don't care about humans in a Godzilla movie.
No,
we want to see Godzilla.
Yeah,
We want to see him kicking
exactly.
ass, basically. We
Aaron
don't want to see him
Taylor
killing
Johnson.
thousands of people in a tsunami, but like...
We apologise for that word.
What word?
The ASS.
I don't think that's a
I
spell
don't,
word.
I don't class that.
Well, we'll be extra careful.
We got a message saying stop swearing.
Yes.
Apologies.
Probably
I'm a
mainly
special
aimed
case.
towards. Oh,
So I've had to take out.
so we'll just use the gender neutral toilet.
Tom, what are we saying? No judgment, no stereotyping.
No, I'm not. I'm not
No
judging.
calling them out on
We
the
just
video.
cover that bit because it distracts us every time.
I'm trying to work out the director for. I think it's this guy. I can't remember his name. He's made one other film which is called, like, Kings of Summer or something. Let me get it up. Which is quite a low budget film. But I like when they put an indie filmmaker in charge of. It's what they said. It's what people keep comparing Ryan Johnson to, who's making the new Star Wars film. Who made Looper and Brick? Brick's really good.
There's a
Did
part
you
of
say
me
Brian
that-
Johnson?
Ryan Johnson.
Oh, Ryan Johnson. I thought
There's
you
a
said.
part of me that
Everybody
is,
keeps saying it's like making an
sad
indie
and
film.
happy that J.J. Abrams isn't in the second one because
I'm not.
you're not happy.
I mean, I am happy. I'm not happy.
Oh, right.
Wait.
Because obviously he rebooted the franchise amazingly, but he did the same with Star Trek. But then the second Star Trek, everyone like kind of bashed. I didn't think it was too bad.
I thought it was a great movie.
I thought
If it didn't have Benedict Cumberbatch and his great performance as Khan, it wouldn't
Yeah.
have been that good.
But that's why people started slamming it because of the everyone's like, oh, it's way too similar to the Wrath of Khan, and I'm like,
Well,
I didn't watch the Wrath.
isn't it?
My problem
Khan.
with J.J. Abrams is I think he's one of these, and we talked about it before, nostalgia porn. Sometimes he gets it right, sometimes he gets it wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
First Star Trek he got it right, and then I think he went a bit too far in the second one. Stepped away, and the
I
third
don't
one's
think
really
he.
good.
I don't think he
I've
did.
not seen Beyond. I really want to watch Beyond.
No.
It's well, to be honest, how I feel about the Star Treks is that the first one was good. You know, we had so the original Spock in it. We had this great cast playing the original, and they did a really clever way of moving it away from the original, but still keeping it as the original by changing the timeline so they can do whatever they want without people going, wait, that's not like, you know, it should be like this, or it's too similar to this. And I think people going, oh, it's too similar, it's just people having an excuse to moan at something. But with the first two films, I didn't kind of feel like it was enough Star Trek. Like, it had the Enterprise, yeah. And it had
I
the
feel that's
crew.
the problem with the second. The problem with this first and second one is that both of them collectively, but more so in the second one, is it's meant to be about deep space, and
Yeah,
and
and
they
they
go back to
don't-
Earth and both.
Yeah, they're just in space. They have a little space fight, and then end up crashing on Earth. Whereas like the third one is really good because they end up going to this planet, crashing on there, and then like the set and then the scenery is just fantastic, and it really gives like a Star Trek feel to it.
Yeah, this is the picture of the director of Kong Skull Island.
I can't tell if his beard just keeps going down or if he's wearing a black t-shirt.
No, it's his beard.
Wow,
That's
he got
eccentric.
beard for days.
Jordan Voight Roberts made Kings of Summer, and Matt was telling me about a short film he made called
Kings of Summer, is that the one with
7.2. It's about kids jumping into a lake. I'm judging that.
I think I've watched that.
And there's made a short one called Successful Alcoholics. 3 teenagers, Nick Robinson, Gabrielle Basso, and Moses Aries, carry out a plan to leave their dysfunctional parents and build a house in the woods and live off the land. Sounds quite good, actually.
Is that Kings of Summer?
Kings of Summer, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. It looks stunning, but
the story's not great.
Story's not great.
He didn't write the script for that. He just directed it. So I don't know.
Here's some news. It's Wedding Crashers 2.
Don't care.
Why would they even think about doing that? I think.
Don't think I've ever seen the original.
After the internship, they should have gone. We should never make a movie with Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn ever again. It was just an awful film.
But you could say that about Zoolander 2, and I wouldn't mind seeing Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson again together, because I love Starsky and Hutch.
I thought it was terrible. I thought it was nothing like the original. Like
Starsky and Hutch,
like the movie with Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller. Like
yeah.
I thought it was awful.
Oh, I loved it. So funny.
Yeah, I know, but
I've not seen Zoolander 2 or Starsky.
I tried to watch Zoolander, like the first one.
It's dated now. It's very dated.
It's dated, but I still find it funny.
Bad. It's
I
bad.
find it funny.
It's one of his earlier films.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller. Back in his directing days. But I don't know. He gets quite a lot of talk. Our soundtrack last week was Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Well, not last week, the week before.
Do you know what? But Ben Stiller is like.
I love that film.
He's such a good actor, and it's a shame that like he's renowned for comedies, because he's not really that funny.
He can't stretch himself.
Like,
I don't know why.
His sort of comedy is more. He plays a straight man, and that's why he makes films with Owen Wilson and other such people, because they play the funny man, and he's the straight man. It's like the classic.
But like
thing.
Still, like in the film Dodgeball, like he's not the straight man, he's the funny guy.
That's a good point.
And he's quite funny in that. Like there are some films where he is funny, but most of the time it's like he's trying too hard, or the writers are trying to be funny.
He's awkward funny. He's almost like Ricky Gervais in The Office. But
it's like Ghostbusters awkward funny. Like it's not funny.
I find him funny. I like Tropic Thunder. I like Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I like Cable Guy.
What's Cable Guy?
No, I thought Cable Guy was Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, yeah, but he directed it.
Oh, is it? Oh,
okay. One of his first. When it first came out, he got ridiculed because, or not ridiculed, but under quite a lot of pressure because people thought he was taking the piss out of like mental health.
Oh dear.
Because Cable Guy is about a guy who becomes obsessed with his customer, and like tries to become friends with him and gives him like free cable, and obsessed over him to the point where he kidnaps his girlfriend. Jim Carrey's really good in it. It's a really good film.
I'll give it a watch.
Cable Guy. Yeah, it's pretty good. Matthew Broderick as well. And Jack Black.
Wow.
But it's not a sort of comedy you'd expect for them. It's more of a.
Speaking of Jack Black, what has he done? Like, where has he been?
Jumanji.
I've got news. There's a new. This isn't film, TV, or even game related. It's theatre related. School of Rock musicals.
Really?
Yeah.
What? He's been going around doing that?
No, Andrew Lloyd Webber's been doing it. But it's meant to be really lit, actually. It's all live music, and it's all
They're
actual
doing
kids.
a TV series of School of Rock, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah, it looks bad.
I don't get why.
I don't know.
Exactly.
He's not
that
in
film
it.
is really good. That was one of the 3 DVDs.
Oh, it's such
my
a good
high school
film.
had.
That was.
It was like, we'll put a DVD on last day of term. What do you want?
That was usually the DVD that always gets whipped out.
What about School of Rock? And everybody's like, School's so shit.
No, the recent thing that he's been doing is that god awful remake of Jumanji. Like, and I mean, I haven't seen any trailers. I've seen like behind the scenes.
That's The Rock. That's not
Yeah,
and it's Kevin Hart, Dwayne Johnson.
Karen Gill.
Yeah, from Doctor Who.
She's going to direct a film soon, coming out next year. Apparently so. Set in Scotland, using a Scottish cast and Scottish crew.
It's anything
finally
like her acting, it's going to be poor.
Yeah, she's a bit wooden actually.
She's awful.
She's
really
thinking about it.
I don't know. Maybe sometimes
it works in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Acting and they're absolutely terrible. Then they take a bash at directing, and it's not the worst.
Yeah, like sometimes you just can't help but be a bad actor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Play bite. Get on this one.
But like, if she is actually going for a full Scottish cast and a full Scottish crew in Scotland,
I can't remember what it's about, but it's.
I kind of like that because for some reason, any time a Scottish movie gets made about something in Scotland, they never use Scottish people.
You weren't on when we talked about Trainspotting 2, were you?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
Were
we
you
were.
on?
I was.
Oh, right, I was gonna say.
I was
I just
hyped,
remembered about that. Oh,
I can watch that trailer
Drive.
happily.
That song
Yeah.
keeps coming on now all
It's
the
just,
time.
I'm so excited for this.
I
And
got-
I'm really scared that it's going to let me down. But
No.
I
No, I don't
just
think it
don't
will.
see
I
it.
think even if the story is by the numbers, a retread of the original, I think it'll be a bit like Star Wars, that people are just so happy to have these
Yeah.
characters back again.
yeah.
And I love everything Danny Boyle's ever done, I think, if I'm being honest.
He's just he's a good director. He just does such different stuff all the time. That it's just
I even like The Beach, which is one of his
that.
more hated
All right,
films.
that's
I
I've got
like
a
that.
reason for not liking The Beach.
Because of Ewan McGregor.
No, nothing about that. I was actually I was watching. I was in Thailand, and I read the book, and the book is fantastic.
It's Alex Garland, isn't it? Who wrote the book? Who,
I think so. Yeah.
Who wrote the screenplay and directed
That's-
Ex Machina. There you go. He's made quite a transition.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I loved the book. The book could have been easily adapted page for page.
Yeah.
It was great.
I think it was studio intervention is why they
It ruined it.
Yeah.
Like, you just see it, like that bit when Leonardo DiCaprio's walking through the forest as the video game.
Yeah.
Like, and he's doing like the silly,
And there's
you
some-
can't see
there's
it, 'cause
some-
obviously
What
there's
film was
the
this?
radio, but
The Beach. The bits that are really good are the bits where you can tell Danny does, but where he goes in, he has the dream sequence. He goes in and Robert Carlyle's in the bedroom,
Yes.
and it thinks it's like Vietnam.
Yeah,
and he's
that,
covered in blood.
That's what
That
he
is
meant by
terrifying,
like games. Like he meant like
And
that, like Call
the
of
sh-
Duty and stuff like
The
that.
shark bites and stuff like
Literally
that.
just shooting people and like having like these angry outbursts. Like, he's meant to be such a dark character, but in the game he just seems a bit of a joke.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, when he's led on the floor and he's like at those people and they all get shot.
yeah.
But that I'd love to see him have another go at it. If I'm
I
being
would
honest.
love to see The Beach being tried to get remade because I think there's so much potential there.
Yeah, it's a really good. Do it again.
I
even like
follow the
DiCaprio
book
in
a
it,
bit
but
more, make it.
It's a bit distracting, the fact that it is Leonardo DiCaprio in it.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
say
not bad.
don't get a big actor for the main part because
He's an everyman, so you want an everyman to play
Yeah,
a part.
you just want an average looking person that like travels, and that's quite easy to find. I think what's his name? Is it Kurt Russell's son who was in Black Mirror?
Wyatt.
Wyatt.
That'd be a good cast.
Wait,
Yeah.
which episode is that?
Cast,
If you've seen,
Have you seen Black
like-
Mirror?
Yeah, all of them.
The game chip in the back of his head.
Oh, is it him?
Yeah.
No, that's
he,
not
look,
Kurt
he looks
Russell's
like
son.
Matt.
I don't see it.
Like, I'll get a picture up that shows Matt, one of our co-hosts. He's identical to him. Have we got
I can
have we
see
got
it. If
any
he
more?
had short hair, then yeah. But like, I didn't know that was Kurt Russell's son.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
until you told me that. I thought that.
Jesus.
But I think he'd be perfect casting.
Yeah, no,
He's
that
in,
he's
in
got
a
that
film
kind of
called-
surfer
Yeah,
look
sort of
about
surfy,
him.
like
He had this film,
scruffy look.
this
yeah,
film
like-
that came out this year called is it Richard Linklater one called Everybody Wants Some, which he's in, and he plays like this like really chill guy who comes to university, and it turns out like he gets kicked out because it turns out he's 30 and he just goes back to university every year because he
Okay.
doesn't want to grow up, and he's got a good quote which is "I came for a good time, not a long time."
Yeah.
I think that was I like that to be my last words.
Oh.
Tell me that you can't see Matt in that.
I can't.
He's got the same chin
Alright,
Yeah,
shit,
no,
that's it.
yeah.
and face
No.
and even hair to a certain extent.
A film that's recent is coming out soon. That we could talk about is the new one with Dwayne Johnson from Disney called. Is it Mona?
Oh, is this the animated one?
Apparently, there's no love story in this, and I'm actually quite happy about that.
I didn't realize that was going to be. I thought it was like a kind of father figure and.
Yeah, but
Daughter
like,
figure.
you know how it doesn't matter what it is. There's always a love story.
Somebody will
Twisted.
always find
Have they
something.
actually
It's weird.
cast her Hawaiian actor?
Yeah,
in the
Yeah, like isn't Dwayne Johnson like?
Samoan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's Hawaiian.
Oh no,
Yeah,
he's one. Actually,
yeah.
He just moved to mainland America when he was young.
Because his dad was like a wrestler and they followed
That
his
was a
footsteps.
giant. So was he though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still
I
is.
know, I'm actually quite happy that they're trying to look for no relationship angle to it, and it's literally just a relationship. Is it father and daughter?
I think I don't know.
That's still a love story though.
Yeah,
you could say that.
like,
I prefer those kind of love stories. I mean, that sounds creepy.
Like Frozen and Brave and Revolutionary because it's like a mother-daughter and it's a sister.
Get
of a-
out.
I just want to say we do not condone paedophilia on this show.
No.
We
That
don't.
kind of love story, I
Right.
mean the love that a father has for his child.
Yes. Yes. To anyone who
Disclaimer.
thought the other way, shame on
You
you.
sicko.
you've
Nicola.
got some dark thoughts.
Yeah. But stuff like, I think that's almost more effective than
Oh yeah, no,
stuff
definitely.
like the Last of Us, or
Oh, do you know
what Logan looks like it's going to be.
I've just finished playing The Last of Us.
Again?
Like, yeah, on my PS4 remastered.
Or
For those of you who haven't played it or don't know what it is, it's a great game by a great game software company called Naughty Dog.
don't give anything away. Just
No,
talk about
and
it.
it's basically an apocalyptic world, and there's this guy and this girl, sort of like father figure and daughter
he
figure.
has
and
to transport her.
yeah, he's smuggling her to get to a location, and it is just fantastic. Like the feels, the emotions, the
Yeah, it does
conflict,
get, it
the
does get you
drama, and it just has you on the edge of your seat. You feel like it's
You-
all
you don't feel
realistic.
like every mission's just the same in a different
No,
location.
yeah,
you do
and
different things every time,
You kind of lose focus of the fact that it's a game.
and you don't want to get
Are
to
they
the place at
planning
the
to
end.
make it into a film?
No,
Like,
that-
he
don't
doing
know.
rumors,
they're making a
but-
sequel, and they're planning to make Uncharted into a film. We talked about this before.
Yeah,
Why
it's a
not?
shame though, because it would have been a fantastic film.
Well,
I-
it basically,
I-
we were saying the other week, Logan looks a lot like that. So
Yeah, like the Logan trailer,
she's
Hugh Jackman
she's
in
special, and he's got to look after her. And
Yeah.
he's a broken man, and this is his second chance.
it. Yeah, essentially.
Do we have any
I
more
was going to
news?
say, I was thinking after you said that they're making Uncharted into a movie, was I right in thinking that there's a fifth Indiana Jones coming out?
Yeah,
Yes, there is.
2019,
2019.
Yeah.
How old will Harrison Ford be?
77.
How many old jokes do you think they're going to cram into that movie?
Too many, because he was only last one was 2008, so he was only 64, 66 when that came out. So he wasn't that old. I mean, he's old as fuck.
And there was just, every joke was how he's basically like an old man that can't hack it anymore, and I'm like,
I really
but is
wish.
Shia LaBeouf
I
coming
really wish.
back?
No,
Thank
God.
God.
because he slagged off the film, didn't he?
Well, it was
Well,
awful.
that's his reason. He was the reason.
No,
I like
it wasn't.
Shia LaBeouf in it.
Yeah, like I
thought
didn't
it was
mind
terrible.
that kind of play on it. What I hated was that right at the end, it was what I hated was that there was a guy.
Well, the CGI was terrible.
What
Yeah,
that?
that.
But who's the guy?
Guy swinging from vines. That's just not what Indiana Jones is about.
Indiana Jones's friend, the guy who plays him. He's in Sexy Beast.
Ray Winston.
Yeah, Ray Winston. He's there like, I'm on your side, Indy. I'm against you, Indy. I'm on your side, Indy.
Yeah.
Oh, Indy, I'm with you.
Well, he's a wheeler dealer. What do you
He's
expect?
just constantly flipping sides. I was like, okay, fair enough, you're gonna do it like that, but draw the line at a point because it's getting
Yeah, he
old.
was- he
and
was
then
basically a
right at
tennis
the
match.
end, Steven Spielberg even said this, like, how he should have shut George Lucas down. But right at the end, it just goes aliens, and then ends it. It's like, out of all the stuff that we've gone through with Indiana Jones, you then bring out
I
the
feel
card
like
about
You
aliens.
can write it off though. And just be like, that just never happened.
Yeah, I'm. Do you know what? If I had
don't-
one
I
wish,
don't, I don't consider it part of.
Yeah,
No.
you don't.
But
you think
what
about the trilogy, and then you go.
I would be willing to forgive
that
those. I
Yeah.
would be willing to forgive that film if, well, if it was a tiny bit better for starters, and if they'd gone, if Shia LaBeouf hadn't been like, I hated this film, I was conned into doing it, and he'd gone and done like the young Indiana Jones, because I've said this before. With River Phoenix, you know, in the first one, he goes into the cave. River Phoenix, who's sadly died in the 90s, or from Stand By Me. He plays like the young Indiana Jones, and there was like a series, and I think he still played him, where he went around like Europe in the First World War, just doing Indiana Jones stuff as a kid.
Oh.
And they're really good. Like they're like I think it was a mini series or something.
I've never heard of that.
I used to have like the old VHS of them, and they always used to come on before on the films, like the trailers from, and they look really good. And I was hoping they'd do that again, like Son of Indiana or something. Oh, he's Indiana Junior, isn't he? So
I just really hated that whole like.
yeah.
He was the most cliche biker boy.
Oh,
from,
yeah.
I don't
Bring
know.
in.
I quite
I've got
liked
a
it,
knife.
though.
I'm hard, and it's like, shut up,
Yeah.
kid.
It's
Shut
bad.
up.
It's just bad, right?
And
It's just
this-
George Lucas
that
getting lazy.
Stupid. Like, when's it set? Is it the 30s?
This one's 50s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's post World War II. This one actually, yeah, that's true.
It's Cold
yeah,
War.
That silly, stupid 50s bar brawl.
Yeah.
Like I think they throw a milk bottle at somebody.
It was very it was almost very Back to the Future, but not as good. That scene. There's a good fight in the bar at Back to the Future. Remind me a
Awful,
lot.
that scene, I hated it.
Are we done with news?
I think we are.
Song and then back
We need
onto
another
main
song,
topic.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. This is a good song. Actually, one sec. I forgot to play this before. Just getting it out there. Here we go.
And we're back.
We're back.
We're gonna continue talking about news, or
If you got any more news.
yeah, like
I don't know if we'll be able to talk about this week's topic is the same as last week. We talked about films that we've been meaning to see that we never got to see, and we went away and tried to watch them, but we've been so busy that we only watched.
Yes,
a few
we've had busy times.
Tom's been swearing at lecturers.
Yes,
Yeah,
been giving up, losing all will to live.
you know, the usual
stuff. But yeah, we have a new Deadpool poster, new Deadpool 2 advertisement.
They got a new director in now as well.
Yes, Tim Miller is no longer part of it.
Yeah, we knew that. We knew that like 3 weeks ago. We talk about it every week.
Yeah, I know.
There's a new bit of news. Tim Miller's been sacked. We just forget.
We just like to remind people about it.
But they got a new one. The guy from John Wick, or one of the ones from John Wick.
That's what the new poster's about. Yeah, John
sweet.
Wick 2. That's a film that is going to be great. Did you ever watch the first one?
Yeah, the first one's class.
It's amazing.
I was so
great
surprised.
Film. If you want to watch a film that has some extreme
Action.
like choreograph,
Keanu Reeves doing the only thing he can do, but he does it well.
fighting, yeah, like the
Not talking much.
I can't.
Just being deadly serious.
Gregor, help me out with this word. Choreograph.
Choreographed.
Yeah, a well choreographed film with fight sequence. It is really like I was watching most of it, going ooh, because it just looked like it was so real. But yeah, no. Now that the guy has taken over from John Wick to Deadpool, they released a new trailer of Deadpool copying the same poster, but with a sticker on his head saying #1 John Wick fan. And I thought that was quite clever and cool.
As long as they just keep it with the smart Deadpool style.
The only thing that I'm worried about, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's fine.
Is that I think like what Tim Miller was a good contrast to like Ryan Reynolds' crass humour, which is good.
Yeah.
But if you have an entire hour 30, 40, 2 hour long film with just Ryan Reynolds saying like dick jokes and the
See, I'm a bit like that. I feel like the first
boring.
film was just whiny Wade Wilson going,
I liked
I'm ugly.
it, but I like the stylized version.
Yeah, no, like
you know?
the film, everything Deadpool was great, and then when it went to whiny Wade Wilson, it was just like.
We still had to remember that it was the origin story, the first one. Like,
yeah, and like they did have
budget.
major
They
issues with budget.
Compared to other origin films, they completely destroyed any other origin film.
I think he had the right idea to.
Just by parodying it.
Exactly, that's because that's basically
Hard
what
way
they
to say
knew what they had to do. Like,
So yeah, but I just think Tim Miller wrote a nice balance
he
to it
did. That's like
that I don't think you'll get with just Ryan Reynolds and the writers.
No,
A lot of it is improvised. So
it'll be interesting to see where it goes because obviously Ryan Reynolds has such a passion for this character that he drove this movie to be made.
Yeah.
And I just have to hope that
the stories about them leaking the stuff and stuff like that's pretty cool. But they're already looking for a different director for the third one apparently. Just in case it doesn't work out with this guy.
Smart. Have a contingency.
I just think you should concentrate on here and now instead of building too far ahead.
Oh, they're just trying to build up because they've got him in a basically like an Avengers X-Men version of the Avengers movie.
No, this is what I'm saying. Marvel's hire good directors. DC should take a leaf out of their book.
Yeah, I was well upset when the guy who directed the first two Iron Mans didn't do the third one.
John Favreau.
Yeah.
John Favreau. Yeah.
John Favreau.
Yeah, that I really like him as
Director
a
of the
director.
Jungle
Yeah, he's
Book.
the Jungle Book. I
Elf.
think was
Chef.
really awful.
And what?
The Jungle Book.
I liked
No,
it.
what did you say?
Elf. He directed Elf.
Oh shit!
Elf?
Yeah.
That's such a good film.
Hey, you can't.
He's had a mixed bag.
He has.
Like Iron Man 2's not great.
Iron Man 2 is not great. Iron Man 1 I think is
He's had a couple of other
It's
duds.
really
that
good.
Yeah, Iron Man 1 was
set off.
it was the one that was like, right, this was so good, we're gonna do the whole Avenger
We
thing.
nearly
Yeah,
had that
basically, if
soundtrack.
that didn't take off,
Yeah.
then everyone would be like, okay, we'll just put all the first Captain America, see if that takes it off.
Yeah, and then
Alright, first Thor, see if that. But the thing is, Iron Man just set it off.
Yeah,
Everyone's
definitely.
Like, God, that's perfect.
and it was such a good origin. There was a well balance between him being Iron Man and him being there was never a point where I thought, why can't he just be Iron Man more?
Yeah, because like a lot of those movies, especially with like technology and stuff, it goes on for so long with the guy. Oh, we can't control the technology. It's not good enough yet. He needs to fix it.
No.
Basically, the human no powers equivalent of he doesn't understand his powers yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically, it was 1 or 2 scenes of him flying about, going, "This isn't right. Fix it." Boom, he's Iron Man.
Yeah, no, like they montaged the right bit there, like, and it was well done. But yeah, great film, absolutely great film.
Like we
What are you
spiral
laughing
off
at?
so much. What are you laughing at?
I just seen on Facebook that Josh Kemp was travelling to Iran. And he said, I ran with it.
Play the laugh.
Where is it?
Oh, here
It doesn't really do it justice. That
No,
one.
it doesn't.
That's a great pod. Shout out Kempy.
Oh, well done, Kemp.
we must have like 2 people listening this week. We're free at most.
It's
Yeah,
gotta
I was
be.
wondering who was listening, who wasn't in class. So it's like Michael, who's been on before. Faye's not in class. And Faye just messaged me to tell me that her and Mike are playing with dolls.
With dolls. Oh yeah, for their experimental.
Yeah, they're not filming; they're just having a play. So
Mate, for when we did the memory last year for Chris's assignment, do you remember when we got giving a memory from a different person? We had to not recreate it, but give a visual.
Not adaptation.
What's the word?
What's it called? Actuality.
Yeah, actuality. Yeah,
you
yeah.
had toys, didn't you?
Yeah, I got out all my old
Predators.
toys, and I spent a good hour playing with my toys before. I was like, right, I should probably do some work.
Yeah.
If it was, that's the only thing that makes me kind of one day think you should probably have kids, is that you get to play with all your toys again.
Alright, I don't need that
No.
excuse.
Are we going to circle back to Toy Story again?
Toy Story is lit.
Let's not. I'm gonna go down this this page that I've got on Instagram, because they give out all like the news and all that. That's where I go.
What's
So
it called? I might follow it.
it's movie news now. It's really good. So we have confirmation of an actress joining the Black Panther movie coming out in 2018. And I'm pretty sure, it's the guy who plays Finn in Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's the lead role for Pacific Rim 2.
I'm okay with that.
No, it's good. We've already had Wedding Crashers 2 news. God awful.
Yeah, it's great news.
I believe William Dafoe is joining the cast for Justice League. He's playing, I do not know how to say this, Nidis Volko.
Yeah, sounds about right. Nudist Volko.
Yeah,
Justice League. He's in Justice League and Aquaman.
yes.
Interesting. New trailer for Manchester by the Sea. I want to see that, because that looks like.
I really want to watch Manchester by the Sea. I think it looks really interesting. Like,
What is it?
It's
It's about a guy whose brother dies and he moves back home, and it's a sad film.
The guy's life isn't up to much. He's just basically in a small wee town and then has no real ends. But the brother's son, he's the next of kin, so the brother the son has to go live with his uncle, and it's just basically, it looks quite depressing yet heartwarming. At the
It's
same
got
time.
the
Fences looks good.
It's got lesser known Affleck.
We should do a show where we talk about.
wait, no,
Austin.
that's not Ben Affleck's brother, is it?
Yeah, Casey Affleck.
No.
He's called Casey Affleck.
Yeah, I'm not good. I'm not good with names. I'm good with faces
And
and
he
movies.
he looks
I'd be
like
like,
him.
he's in this film, that film,
He's
this
in
film. But
Good Will Hunting with him,
yeah,
and a bunch of other films.
really.
Do you know what I'm looking quite forward to?
Go on.
Split.
Oh, that looks so
You've
good.
just gone down to cinema.
Yeah, I just saw it now. I think that looks well.
I'm gonna give him one more chance.
Yeah, that's
this is your
what it
last chance to make a good.
If
He's
he
had so
ruins it,
many.
I'm going to be like, right, you're just a potential.
Because
Penis.
literally, it's
Good save.
we've seen him at his peak with Sixth Sense, and then
Unbreakable was pretty good.
Yeah, Unbreakable was just a level below.
I've not seen it, but I've heard Signs.
What do you guys think of
White
Signs?
I've not seen it, but I've heard it's good.
It's
it's
good.
okay.
It's there's a production quality. It drops in a few places, but it's a great film. But yeah, no, this film looks genuinely terrifying.
We should save all these and Well, we've done films that we liked over the summer, but we should do Oscar prediction films. I was thinking.
Oh, speaking of which,
La La Land looks
Jackie Chan has finally won an Oscar after 200 films.
Good on him.
Honorary one. Is he going to get it? Are they going to present him one at the actual?
No,
ceremony?
these are the awards that.
That's a bit.
Yeah. Bit terrible.
Give the man his moment.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, there's these awards, like just randomly out of the blue, they go, alright, we're honouring these guys, and then there's like a week or two before the actual Oscars, it's like the low key Oscars no one cares about, like best. It's just random like Oscars that nobody will really care about, but so they don't put it in the main show. But I'm like, still at least show some of the highlights.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Give some people credit. They've done clearly good work.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, and Jackie Chan, bless him, like he's been typecasted all of his thing. He's always like the comedic martial arts expert.
Yes, because he's good at it.
Yeah, no, he is. Like every film, he managed to use everybody else to fight everybody else. But one performance that I thought he was really good in, and it's a shame that it's in this film because this film is awful. But the Karate Kid remake, when his character, who is building this car to then destroy it because like he was driving it and caused an accident and killed his family in it, and then he just breaks down. I thought that got me well swelled up. I was proper tearing up. Oh, yeah. So moving on, as no one's going to continue. The new Triple X trailer has been released.
Oh, that was a while ago. I think we talked about it.
No, like a new one. There was a new one. There was the one where he goes skiing through the jungle on trees.
I didn't watch it. Not gonna lie. I just looked.
It's just full of impossible stuff. And then he goes jet skiing with a motorbike in the ocean. That was on the first one. But now this one. Do you remember that actress that was in Orange is the New Black that the internet broke over? Yeah. And then it was a case of
Rose.
Yeah. Ruby Rose. Like the most overhyped, terrible like person ever. Like she was bad at acting. She wasn't even that attractive. Like,
well,
I disagree with you there.
Beauty's in the eye beholder. Beauty's in the eye beholder, Tom.
Well,
you know.
Maybe I look for more than just looks in film.
Well, you know, maybe you should be directing Triple X then, because they clearly aren't. But that's the whole point.
The thing is, a film like Triple X, it's just melting crap. Like,
yeah, but the first
sit back and go.
It's fair enough.
Right, so
like the first one was just essentially Bond, but you know, let's go crazy with it. But now it's just like, what weird stuff can we do?
This is number 3. There's a second one in there.
Yeah, there's a second one with Ice Cube, but
holy cow.
Tells you all you need to know, innit?
Yeah.
They're just gonna cast people in certain roles.
Yeah.
They're gonna walk in. They're gonna say a line of something that they were really good in, and then go turn to the camera, nod, wink, and go there. That's me. And then walk away.
How many times do you reckon Vin Diesel's gonna reference his family?
I don't think enough.
Not enough.
I don't have friends.
You know, that's something that I'm upset about. Vin Diesel has done some iconic roles, like really good roles as well.
You're going to talk about Riddick?
No, I'm talking about like the Iron Giant and
Groot.
Well, there's that.
What a mustache.
Which I can say, you know, it's a difficult thing because he's got to like say a whole script through 3 words.
I am Groot.
So you know that's a challenging thing. But like no,
and in different languages as well.
Yeah,
he's the Groot.
He's done some good films that aren't ridiculous, but like it's just recently everyone.
He's just typecast him as the guy from Fast and Furious.
Yeah, and all it is just him being
he's not
in
He's not going to be doing much else, is he? Really?
No, I'm sorry, they're never going to let Fast and Furious die. So he's got some job until he's dead.
Like,
do you reckon?
And even then they'll just CGI him.
Do
you reckon it was like the South Park case where it's like if you don't read the contract and then in the middle of it he sold his soul to them and then he's like, oh, you can't get the contract now. It's like, oh crap.
So he's now basically bound for life. Fast and Furious 24.
We have another Mission Impossible, believe it or not.
Another one.
That's another thing that
Mission Impossible.
Tom Cruise again. Has he been in all of them? He has, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been in all of them.
I thought they'd done that thing where they make one without him and it's crap, and then they bring.
No, interesting fact.
No, that was
Bourne. That was Bourne.
Yeah.
The bad guy from Mission Impossible 2 is Jubilee Scott. My dad knew him in primary school. My dad hated him.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
He said he was an arsehole.
Ooh.
Claim to fame there.
There you go.
Yeah, claim to fame.
Pretty cool.
Remember Douglas White? No.
We apologise as well for that word. That one cannot be excused.
I'll say that.
Arsehole.
Yeah. And apologies again.
Arsehole.
Come on, we got to remember that, anything to do with that we could probably get in trouble for.
Right, well, on that note,
Song?
here's a song that's not about swearing.
It's called Stephen.
Stephen!
Because we can't swear anymore.
Huh?
Arsehole. But here's a song about hard drug use. Hello.
Alright, so
Tom's in his own.
On to the news now, or?
It's just hit the hour of our radio show,
Hello?
so I think an hour of news and then an hour of talking about the films.
We don't have quite. Yeah. Well, we'll
Would
see
be-
what happens.
Yeah,
But
we'll go. So, shall we
if my mic's working.
go on to...
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good.
Should we go on to the list? Could you pop up the list on the screen, Joshua?
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, so the first ones on the list that I've watched is the Raid 1 and 2. So if anybody's watched any that are before that, speak first.
I have not.
I'm not.
Well, okay, great. So the Raid
You
1
can talk
and
about
2.
Shawshank in a bit, Gregor, seeing as you watched
Oh
it.
yeah, yes, yeah. But yeah, the Raid 1 and 2 really, really good. I don't know if it's whereabouts the film's from. I'm gonna say Asia.
It's Indonesian, I think.
Is it?
But like a Welsh director. I'm pretty sure.
It's really, really good. Like, I would advise if you were to watch it to just watch it and get subtitles because the dubbing is really bad.
Yeah,
But-
I would suggest that with any foreign film.
Yeah, like
What I don't like about subs is that it takes that you're reading instead of watching everything on screen. But equally, I don't want to see a boy's mouth moving really fast and then a really posh English accent. To be put over
it's
the
a
top,
it's
or
a
an
lesser of
incredibly
two
racist
evils.
Asian
Yeah.
accent. It's
Yeah, I can't stand it. It's like when OCDC kicks in. OCD.
sort of AC/DC kicks in.
Hey.
I get a bit of thunderstruck. Thank you.
Pun.
Pun. But yeah, no. I
This guy.
basically first film spoilers. Do you guys want to know details or just vague? Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I'm not bothered.
It's not really that much of a big.
Is it going to be that much to spoil anyway? It's like
No.
an action thriller, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. So basically, the first film is about this guy who is part of a SWAT team, and they go into a building to take out this drug lord or whatever like that.
Bit like Dread.
Kind of, yes, but Asian. The
Asian
police captain is like he's corrupt, so he's
I've seen the bit where they all get shot from the balcony.
yeah. Within like the first 10 minutes, a kid gets absolutely murked, and I'm not even joking. Like full on shot with a high power rifle. It's great. The whole film is
brilliant.
just amazing. Just what's the word again, Gregor?
Choreographed.
Yes, that's it. Amazingly choreographed.
There's some
It's
really
just,
good cinematography that
yeah,
you don't notice.
like
in it.
it's fantastic.
I've seen visual essays on about the way certain shots are that you wouldn't notice unless you probably study film or you're really into it. But about building tension, and one of them was that balcony scene. So
Yeah, no, like
I can believe it.
it's the cast that does it. The main fighters or stage combat fighters. They are like really well known, and they're in a lot of like just pure fighting films. They're also a cameo in Star Wars, Force Awakens.
Yeah, I remember that.
They're not the Scottish crew. They're the Asian
Oh,
crew.
right, yeah.
They're them.
I remember that.
But
That's
yeah,
cool.
like it's a bit weird because they're in the second one, even though they die in the first one, because they just played like, these guys that were just fighting. But these films aren't really, apart from great cinematography and the fighting, they don't really have much else. The plot's basic. Direction is really good. Like, you know, there's I can't say that there's a bad actor in it. The second one I think is better, a lot better. There's like a scene where he goes to prison to then get in with like a crowd to then, you know, be like the
Departed style.
Yeah. And there's just a scene where he ends up fighting basically the whole prison, and he's in this muddy courtyard where like all these people are coming at him. And
Batman Begins style.
Yeah, essentially, he's just fighting them off left and right, absolutely caning it, and it's a great scene. It's got some good characters in the second one as well. Like, there's a woman who's blind, and she absolutely murks people with hammers. Like, she's full on tearing people up.
What a way to describe it. Just murks and.
But yeah, I mean, I seriously suggest watching these. Like, if you want to see like films that like really shine in their stage combat,
Like Hardcore Henry.
Yes.
So, like, basically what I've got from you is that it's a good action film that you don't need to switch off for.
Not at all.
Brilliant. Like, that's
what you want.
Yeah, it's what people want nowadays from
Probably
action
if it was English, there'd probably be an English remake of it.
Yeah,
I don't. To be honest, I don't think so.
I mean,
Do you know?
it'll
No.
probably be when the pipe works, because how dare Asia have a movie that the West doesn't remake?
But like the West has absolutely like
they murder them every time.
no, they absolutely love these films.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even joking. Like, normally you don't hear about like, you know, foreign films and all that kind of stuff, but like this one, along with 13 Assassins, which is one that I said last night.
Yeah.
It's not well known, but like it is loved. Yeah, it's out there in this area of the world. England. So
Alright, I guess I can talk about Shawshank.
Great film.
It's one of those things. If you say you've not seen Shawshank, you get about 5 people look at you and go, why have you not seen Shawshank? And to be honest, it did exactly what I thought it was going to do.
I'm sure.
It was a good film.
I believe watching it the way you watched it, under the circumstances that you watched it in a classroom full of people who probably didn't really want to be there because they knew.
I was focused on it because I'd always wanted to see it. I just never put it in my mind.
I don't know. It's probably been overhyped as well for you.
It was way too overhyped. Way too overhyped.
See, I think that ruined it for you, because like you then had the fear of it being disappointing. So no matter how it turned out, it would have been disappointing for you.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah, but that's what I mean. That's why I never really sat down and watched it, because I always knew that was going to happen.
But how many Stephen King novels have you seen?
That's why I haven't watched Frozen yet.
Stephen King film?
Yeah.
I can't think off the top of my head. He's made
The Shining.
That thing. He's made so many that you just.
Yeah.
Like,
See, that to me, that's
Green
the film
Mile.
that was overhyped. But
The Shining you don't like.
no, it's not that I don't like it. I just think that was.
I don't know. I think
It dragged on. There wasn't that much in it.
it is a bit long.
it is a bit long, yeah. But I think the length of it really helps you like understand why
The craziness of
it
it.
goes crazy.
I think Green Mile is considered a really good film. I know Green Mile. What am I about?
Shawshank.
Green Mile is a good film because it's got everything you need.
Yeah,
and you
definitely.
forget about
But it is
all the
very
different
well.
all the different subplots. It's well paced,
It's-
well structured.
It's got everything
great
that
characters.
A good film needs.
It's a good film.
I'm not saying it's not a good film. It is a really good film.
Andy
It's
the guy
not
plays,
the best film ever.
The guy who
made.
plays Andy Dufresne, and what I noticed is did such a better job than the because we went to see it at the theatre as well.
Oh God, don't remind me.
The guy at the theatre tried to do something different, didn't work as well. I thought
Yeah, he tried to be like really whiny, and I'm like, that is.
he was really whiny, and then he was also like less socially up. Is that guy?
He's lying down.
He's shaking.
He's having a good old rest.
He's really black.
Why would you just?
Okay, so yeah, I don't.
And
I don't think it was just completely like.
what was I saying? Oh yeah, it's got everything you want.
But yeah, the guy,
but
like, the
it's-
theatre version, tried to not be Andy Dufresne from the movie.
Do you want to give us your review on the guy who played
I do not want to give my review.
played Red?
If you bleep out every word that you cannot say, how would it go?
I still don't think I can say that.
You can say the first 2 words.
The thing is, I said it knowing what I was picturing in my head. It came across as incredibly racist.
Oh, okay.
But the problem was,
Have you heard what you said?
I don't. He wasn't there.
No, I wasn't there.
So
Can you write? I'll write it on here. So
I'll
you can
type it on my phone. Like,
No, he's got it on the he's got it on the screen.
Oh, okay.
Let's hope this guy doesn't turn around.
Oh
No,
my!
I used. It was me
Oh my!
Would you not agree with that review though?
No, because he wasn't there. He wasn't at the.
No,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
So what was
I'm
it?
sorry. Like I'm not being racist. They're the racists because
they
they
cast
literally
him as-
directed him to be so stereotypically like. At one point, he like jumped up in the air and slapped his thigh.
Did that knee
like,
What?
slapping stuff? And it's like
Aren't they all white though?
no.
No, this is Morgan
Freeman's
Freeman's
character.
Oh,
But
Oh,
that's
what?
that's
And
what really annoyed me.
There was a black guy who raped
Yeah,
somebody.
the rapist is a black guy.
And he
What?
was massive.
He was
There was a scene right. He's
huge.
just doing pull-ups on the set.
yeah.
Like, Andy
Does-
Dufresne could not fight him like ever.
Oh my
Like,
God.
There was like 50.
I see. I really hate when people don't like. They just throw away all the original content.
well, you don't know if that's more accurate to the book because you haven't read it.
Well, true.
Stephen did send it us, but I don't think you read his emails, do you? Topical.
But yeah, no. The film I think is great because everything they do in it works well. Like, and see, I'm not normally a fan of narration over a letter. Like when people pick up a letter and then in their head they imagine the person saying.
I like
it
how
or-
he does it and he starts reading bits out.
Yeah, but the way that they did it in Shawshank, was that it was basically the guy and he was monologuing while he was in like back out in the normal world, and then at the end it turned out it was a letter, and Andy Dufresne continues to read the last.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. Brooks
things.
does one as well, doesn't he?
Yeah,
I like that.
Like, I just, as I've said, like before, it's a good movie. I've got nothing against it, but like, it's not the best film ever made.
no,
And in all fairness,
It's pretty good.
I stand quite like strongly on this point. There's never going to be a best film ever made.
no, definitely not. You cannot have one film better than another film because
I'd say The Godfather's pretty close, but then you say The Godfather 2.
But like,
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's the
if
problem.
if we just go back to the quote from Einstein, where it's like, if you judge a goldfish on its ability to climb a tree, it will forever doubt itself for the rest of its life, or something like that, along those lines.
But it
You
only
can't-
remembers for 2 seconds, so don't worry about it.
You can't
Take that,
compare
Einstein.
films
every film
overall,
because
because every film has a different meaning, has a
compare-
different way it's
Well,
done.
some films are similar. For
Yeah, oh
example.
yeah, you can have the
Big
best
Hero
film
6
in a
and
genre,
X-Men.
but you can't have a best film overall ever.
So covered that. But there was a scene. I didn't tell you about the rape scene yet.
Okay.
Theatre.
Josh wants to focus on the rape scene.
Because weren't it incredibly?
awkward.
Yeah.
When after the
Guy does
after
about
the rape
20
scene-
pull-ups, hangs there for a bit, just like a boy, jumps down, him and his mates bend him over and do the deed.
Literally, right? And there's a bunch of school children here at this place.
What?
But what made it even worse
Yeah, there was lots
was
of stuff.
that
Went to black.
it went to black, spotlight on Morgan Freeman's character Red. He walked into the middle of the stage and just
Yeah.
yelled, "Gang rape!" and paused for about 10 seconds.
And we're all like,
Like,
and it's like,
he
that
just,
word never gets easier.
like,
It's so weird.
He left it way too long, and everyone's just a bit like,
I
where are you
felt,
going with this? Like,
I thought it was like some sort of audience interaction thing or something. I was like, oh, no. Like he was looking for volunteers. Gang rape anyone? Gang rape
if there
anyone?
were a load of school kids, it's like they saw the teacher lean in and go, "Oh, don't worry, they just play wrestling," and he came along like, "Nope, it was gang rape."
Oh hell no! To the no.
My God, that sounds awful. I assumed it was going to be terrible.
The play went as a whole. It gave you more of an insight into what each character was there for, but then it didn't give you more of an insight into the
the thing
characters
is,
themselves.
what somebody told me that when I was watching it, like, or midway for the interval, if you hadn't seen the film, you'd understand nothing. Like at one point, literally out of nowhere, how the film makes a big thing about how he's an accountant. He's an accountant.
Yeah.
It
Oh
keeps-
yeah,
It,
yeah.
it
That
doesn't spoon feed you, but it feeds you that information smartly. And then in the theatre one, you want to do my accounting? Yeah, sure.
yeah. It pretty much.
3 scenes later, some guy just walks in literally with a bag of money, and then goes, "Here's do my accounting."
Wow.
It doesn't have the sort of.
But
that's I think
what
that's
I equally find quite annoying about I love how I'm focusing more on the theatre production one.
No,
is that obviously you cannot take away how iconic this role is for Morgan Freeman. It's iconic.
Definitely.
It's brilliant.
for what's his face as well. Plays Andy Dufresne.
Yeah, but
to be honest, it's probably his only role.
He's good in Mystic River.
Yeah. The thing
Shaun
is, I think
film.
that character of Red was never. He's Irish. He's meant to be Irish.
Oh yeah.
And that's like a joke in the film.
Yeah.
But they cast Morgan Freeman so perfectly for him. Like, so when he said, "Oh, it's probably because I'm Irish," you kind of go, "Are you, Morgan? I don't think you are."
Yeah,
like,
it's a joke. Yeah.
It's a bit of a joke.
I thought it was a joke. I didn't realise he was actually meant to be
The
Irish.
thing is that in the book he was written Irish, and then that's what annoyed me. It's such an iconic role for Morgan Freeman and the movie in a whole. That's why I didn't understand why the theatre production also made Red's character an African American
That's a good point,
male.
actually. Yeah.
Because they basically, pardon my French, I want to see crapped all over like Morgan Freeman's role for no reason.
Don't think that was French, but
it's French, yeah.
yeah, oui.
Okay. It's crepe. It's like a pancake.
You pancaked all over Morgan. Yeah, but I guess saying that, you could say these people, Stephen King, I mean, doesn't always get it right, you know.
True.
So maybe they did it better in the film.
But
And it is only a short story.
I do like adaptations, but because it's a very short story, and most of the film is like added.
Only 88 pages.
Yeah, it's like added so much to it, but like that kind of justifies, going off topic a bit. But like when something adapts something and completely changes the original content for no apparent reason, for example, the Hunger Games. How
you've said this before.
they just stretched out so they can make the final
and then
book too.
whitewashed it so Jennifer Lawrence could play the main part. It's like she was meant to be a Native American.
I don't know.
You brought this up before. That doesn't bother me that much.
I think it goes both ways though.
It does.
In the sense that people kick off if a white actor is cast in a minority race's role.
People don't go to see a film if they don't know
And yet,
the roles.
in the stage adaptation of Harry Potter. Is it Harry Potter?
Yeah, they kicked off because Hermione's got black parents or something.
Because Hermione's black.
Yeah,
Well, originally in the
Hermione's
book, she was imagined. She's not described as, but J.K. Rowling said she always imagined that she'd be black. So that's what they went with the book.
No,
but she said it was the best actor for the part, and that's why she got it.
It shouldn't.
I think that's
matter.
It shouldn't matter what your colour. It should literally just matter how good you are.
At the end of the day, you got to remember this is a business.
Yeah, it is.
And they've got to sell movies, so I can understand why Jennifer Lawrence is still an upcoming star.
But it's like I don't like it when a movie gets whitewashed, because like with the film Enemy at the Gate, you've got a great film about Russians fighting the Nazis and all that.
But I don't know if I want to see Russian people doing that.
Yeah, but it just takes away from it. Though.
I'm okay with Jude Law doing it if he put on a Russian accent.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Sadly, rip in peace. What's the guy from Star Trek? Bob.
Anton Yelchin.
Russian that everyone knows. Have him as the lead.
Yeah, but it would have been. He would have been like 10 at the time.
Yeah, but imagine if he was at the right age, it would have been good. But it's the same with when
that would have been good. And I would
Idris Elba was
done that, and then got the guy from Inglourious Bastards and
Christoph Waltz.
Not Christoph Waltz and Captain America. To be this assassin. Christoph Waltz would work as well.
Yeah.
But just somebody like that who can. He played like the guy who triggered Bucky. And he was like the assassin.
Yeah.
Civil War.
The one planting all the bombs. Yeah, Civil War.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. Yeah.
But I mean, for me, it works both ways. I don't care how it goes. I care about the fact that it's messing around with the original content, like with the James Bond and Idris Elba. As much as he would have been a fantastic James Bond, it's not the James Bond image.
I disagree with
Daniel
that,
Craig is not a Bond to me. He doesn't have the Bond look.
I disagree again.
I do disagree with that.
I feel like Daniel Craig's one of the best Bonds because he's the only one.
He's played a good Bond, but his image, it just.
I think you're being a bit off there, Tom. If I'm being honest,
I think you've missed the mark there, because I think I think
not about
people like Roger Moore is the completely opposite.
Yeah,
of what
he
I've
was
seen.
like 40 odd when he took over the role. Didn't finish till he was well into his 50s.
I think the two best Bonds that we've had is definitely Sean Connery as the original like kickstarter.
Sean Connery, absolutely,
and then Daniel Craig.
Absolutely.
Like,
because I think what Daniel Craig did really well is you got like an emotional vulnerability. Like it's alright having this cocky, sex crazy.
He's broken. Like,
yeah, he is a
like,
broken man. He's an alcoholic in most of them. And I think the only thing grudge I got against him is you can tell he's just not up for it by the last one.
And Spectre, because I was well out for Spectre.
Spectre's
like,
just it's all right, but it's
that's the thing because it built up like we had Casino Royale.
Best one.
Yeah, that was best one.
Best one.
Like after all the terrible last Pierce Brosnan
that is a
film,
fantastic
when
film.
it's got lasers firing from space and all that. And that really annoyed me because I hated that. It was cartoony. It was stupid. Then it came back to Casino Royale, proper spy film, and it peaked and it was brilliant.
Yeah.
Drop down for Quantum Solace, you must say.
Quantum Solace was
I feel
terrible. like the bad guy was a politician.
I feel like the problem with Quantum Solace is it was
and he
probably
didn't do anything.
It was probably part of. Well, it's his own film, but I feel like the plot is. It's a sequel to Casino Royale.
Yeah.
But I think in an ideal world, you would have made them the same film if you could watch a film for more than 2 hours. Instead.
Yeah. But like,
so it's sort of like a sequel that doesn't really have any standing.
You rocket it right back up with Skyfall.
I thought Skyfall was good, but not as good as Casino Royale.
Yeah, I thought
I
it
think
was
it's as good as Casino Royale, but like
overhyped as well.
It ended too quickly. I wanted to see more of the bad guy. He was a fantastic antagonist.
We met him too late. I'm gonna get to see enough of him, and I thought he was brilliant.
Yeah, like when he like pops out like his.
Yeah, it's happy about it.
Yeah,
it just looks different in it. Yeah.
The guy who plays No Country for Men. Yeah. Fucking great actor.
And Spectre was just there. So it's Casino Royale, Skyfall, Spectre, Quantum.
Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
What's Puss in Boots called?
Antonio Banderas.
I was just not Spaniard.
Do you know what Antonio Banderas' name is in English?
Go on.
Tony Flags.
Tony Flex.
Yeah, that's true. Banderas is Flags in Spanish. Yeah. And Antonio is
there you go.
Tony Flags.
Yeah. Doesn't sound half as sexy, does it?
Yeah. No, but then Spectre.
I haven't seen it.
I think after Skyfall, I was like, because I think Skyfall, it was. As you said earlier, I think it was quite nostalgia porn.
Yeah, it's because it was the first.
Martin,
it was saying goodbye to Judi Dench, and it was the first one that wasn't based on.
Do you know what?
A book.
On a book.
Goodbye, Judi Dench.
Why do you like Judi Dench?
No, it was M. It was M, the character. Like when she was there, like everyone was like, "Oh, we need to protect her. We need to protect her." And then like they got this guy,
and she's like, "Nah, sod off, mate. I can do it my own."
Well, it wasn't just that. It was just like she was so quick to screw everyone over. Like the antagonist was literally someone who was just messing around, like trying to do a bit of work to then put his name out and get like a bit of appraisal.
I think that's what's quite good.
And then she was like, "I'll throw you on the bus to get 5 people back." And then he burnt half of his face away with a cyanide pill that didn't work. I think I'd be there like, I want to get revenge.
I think understandable. I think M's character in Skyfall is very similar to the what's her face in Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, Diane. It's a terrible film. I don't remember any of their names.
Yeah, but those characters are similar. But I think if that character in Suicide Squad is a lot more like M, you would like the movie so much better.
Yeah, she's somebody that's got to do a job.
She's powerful. She's independent, but she's so weak at the same time. She is just. She
doesn't just come along and go, "I got you a bomb."
Yeah, exactly. That's just dumb. Like, there's no way you like that character in Suicide Squad, and you're not meant to, but. Like, there's still one of them would try and put a bullet in the girl's head, like non-stop.
Oh yeah, straight away. Deadshot would just go.
Is a 40.
But then Rick would just be like,
yeah, but he's already let them go.
Rick Flag doesn't like at the end.
He was always there like, "I'm gonna have a drink with you criminals."
Why they didn't bop her? That's a good point. We got away from what we were talking about, but we just want to address one more thing before we get back to films that we've been watching recently.
Yes.
Which was Tom saying that he don't think Idris Elba could do it. I don't think.
No, I think he could. I think he could. I just don't see him.
I don't see. I can see. I have no problem with a black actor doing it. I don't see. I think Idris Elba's a bit too old, and he said that himself now.
The theory is that 007.
This is what I was going to say.
Is actually a code name.
It's a code name and not a person. So, you know, so it
makes sense. If they did it like that,
I don't know about.
Fine.
I don't know
perfectly fine with that.
I don't know about Jane Bond, Because
no, I'm not being sexist.
No,
and I've said this before. I don't want a woman James Bond.
It's the same. It's the same with just changing the image. It's just like you don't imagine anybody other than a white British guy who's smooth with the ladies.
Because I don't believe in judging women by their sexual preferences or how much they do. Like James Bond, you could say he's a bit of a man whore, if that's a thing.
Yeah,
I don't think
that.
Because he sleeps around, and I've got no problem with women doing that.
Because he's not found love.
It's the do what they want, you know.
Yeah.
Love is love, and shagging is shagging.
That's what I don't. That's what I'm completely with you. That's what I mean when I'm saying I'm not sexist. Like, I don't care. I'm not saying I don't want a woman. I just say it's an icon now.
It is, yeah.
007, it's an icon.
If you change with the icon,
you're just going to disappoint so much. And let's all just take the prime bloody example. That is Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
And would they ever make Wonder Woman and be like, sorry, this is 2034.
A Wonder Man.
We're gonna make Wonder Man.
No, because so many people would kick off and be like, "You've already got."
How long before the first gender neutral Superman or superhero?
He wears hoodies and
Mystique's pretty close. Anyway, back.
I'm
going to talk about a film that I watched a couple of days ago.
Go for it.
The Woodsman.
Ooh, yes, you were saying about this. Crack on.
Pretty bloody amazing. A real humdinger. I'm not going to spoil too. Well, the film is really brave in the fact that I thought it would do like what a lot of films do, and you know, if they've got like a real big twist, they just sort of hint at it. Early doors, you find out that the main character in it is a paedophile who's just been released 12 years after being convicted, and he's back with somebody like these to him. Oh man! Oh no!
We're getting invaded.
There's 5 of them. I'll come back to the Woodsman then.
Yeah.
I'll put a song on for now.
Yeah. Well, we'll put a song on. We haven't been playing many songs. How many have we got?
We got a few. I got a good one here now.
Alright, cool. Go on.
I'm not going to tell you. So
We're back on. Hold on a sec. Let me finish talking about my film, Jack.
Okay, we've just had
Talking about
a surprise visit by 4 different people.
This is going to be really hard to make on the thumbnail for this video.
It's we're
With
getting
special guests Jack, Kemp,
What up?
Matt, Gregor,
Jack's
Shaun,
taking a moment of silence
and
because
Liam.
he's got something important to say.
we need to discuss a film.
Rush Hour
Okay.
3.
Right.
Right, what's that? Oh yeah, you talk about whatever
Okay.
the what you want to talk about.
Looney Tunes back in action.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
Brendan
But-
Fraser.
No. Really? Looney Tunes back in action 2.
What?
That
What?
It
It's
might
not a
be a
film.
thing.
Is
What?
Brendan Fraser in
That is not a film.
What?
Wait, I'm pretty sure I heard it was going to be in production.
I hope it is.
I know.
Jack, turn the mic.
I know
a bit towards your face
that.
like
What was the other? Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
that. Not
That is
Who Framed
maybe
Roger
getting a
Rabbit is
sequel.
a great film.
That
I
doesn't-
referenced
I
that
don't know
today.
how this might work.
Bob
but I like
Hoskins.
it. He's dead.
Bob Hopkins.
Yeah, because he's in the video for Sheila. Oh, you Kemp, I referenced you in my presentation today.
So much. Just rambling today.
I talked about you in my presentation today.
Why?
I think
was talking
the
about a guy
Blue
with
Monkey
wacky fashion
character
sense.
arc.
Oh, I think did you use a picture?
He's the
of it?
greatest.
What?
Did you use a picture?
See, the Looney Tunes back in action
Did you use
was
a picture?
such an underrated film.
It is.
It's only got 5.7 out of 10
No.
on IMDb.
It should have 5.7 out of 5.
Every
Cheers, Jack.
What other great
Yeah.
films combine animation and live action?
I mean, the first
Well-
of its kind was Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah,
Then
that
came Space
pioneered.
Jam.
Space Jam. Oh, we should
Space
do a
Jam 2.
we should do a whole
Cool.
episode dedicated to this.
Looney Tunes back in action is
What?
the best film.
Is your class over now? Or have you
No.
just come?
Oh,
Why'd you come from that way?
because our class is we're in Greenbank.
Oh shit.
What film were you talking about?
Oh, I was talking about The Woodsman, which is
I've not
Kevin
seen
Bacon plays a paedophile.
Kevin Bacon's in a lot of EE adverts.
Cheers, Jack.
Yeah, but like, what else is he doing these days?
I don't like Kevin Bacon.
He's not really.
I think
he's
his
not
most
really in
recent
any
film
films.
was Cop Car.
He's
Yeah.
just in too many EE adverts, I think.
Well, I mean, he's not going to do anything else because no one wants to cast him in a good film.
No, because
Why
he's
not?
been in
He's a
too
good
many
actor.
EE adverts.
Yeah,
makes
but
some
not
really good
anymore.
These suck.
I don't think you stop being a good actor unless you stop trying.
Josh,
Guys
what
in
was that
Friday
film
the
that
13th.
where it's live action and he goes into the library and turns into a cartoon?
Oh, The Bookmaster.
Yes.
That film is lit.
Wait,
was
isn't
such
that
a
in
good
car?
film.
No, it's Macaulay Culkin, and it's got like.
Oh no.
Holy Culkin.
He just
Macaulay
walks into a
Culkin,
library.
kid level. Oh god, it's so.
Why in Home Alone
Wait.
3 does he turn into a different person?
And Home Alone 4.
Regeneration.
And Home
Macaulay
Alone
Culkin
4.
was this?
Because Home Alone.
And Marvin Harry
This is
turned into
before
a
Home
different
Alone,
person. They
really.
turned into a man and a woman.
How does this happen?
Was this Macaulay Culkin?
Because there's
Home
no,
Alone 2?
no assumptions, no stereotypes, no gender.
Macaulay Culkin is gender
The
neutral.
gender neutral toilets over.
Right, with those gender neutral toilets, I haven't been in, but I've been told,
Careful.
you go in, there's still two sides. Like,
So it's not gender neutral.
It's like, well, they're separate because they're two sides.
Have a look.
but,
only-
but
only
they're all
one at a time.
cubicles.
I
I
think
think,
cubicle next to a woman and it's completely fine because it's
But-
gender neutral.
but if they're all cubicles, are they really gender neutral?
Yeah, I agree to that one.
Like, okay, right. So we should
What if you-
we should really have urinals, and the women can choose to use the urinals or not.
What if your
Ah,
gender
that's
is
not
like...
manly.
How about
Why?
so
Why?
unhygienic.
Why do we just
full on equal and just put a hole in the floor?
What if you sexually identify as a...
No, because we're
kid?
civilized.
But-
No, but you actually-
It's not the question
how-
if we're civilized.
That's how
It's
you're
not
meant to go to the toilet. Have you not seen toilets in like China? They got the right idea. It's on the floor, and you're meant to.
squat over it.
See, I was right.
Yeah.
And then
But
they
it's
have
really
like,
hard to,
and then they
it's
have
really
water
hard to
jets
look
that
on
shoot up your
Facebook
ass.
when you're
and all that.
squatting. When you're squatting for 20 minutes because you've been on Facebook, it's not comfortable. I'd rather sit down and get like hemorrhoids or something.
See you later.
It's strictly
Have
business.
a good one.
Bye, Cam.
We're off. We're off. We're off, lads.
Are we off?
Good to see you, Jack.
Right. Well, my main point today was I'd rather sit down and shit than squat and shit. No problem.
Bye bye.
Wow.
That was
A lot.
That was a treat.
A lot of bad words and that. Thank you for the dab, guys, and we apologise for any
No, we don't.
inconvenience or any
They're not listening, Tom. don't
naughty words.
worry. Right. Anyway, back to, so Kevin Bacon comes home. He's this guy, and who's a paedophile because he molested girls. He never hurt him. He just molested
I
them.
don't think that matters.
That's what he says.
doesn't
He
condemn.
hurts-
But
he
that's
hurts
his
inside.
excuse, and he starts working. He's a hard worker, and somebody at work who he turns down, a love interest, like outs him as a paedophile. She like searches him, but he gets into like a relationship with another woman who works there, and he tells her, and she's like, can't believe it because he's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
And basically, his sister wasn't talking to him, but he talks to his sister's husband, and he really wants to see his sister and his niece, but they don't want to let him near him because obviously he's a paedophile. And it just changes how you look at him. Like he starts, so he moves into a house, which is the only flat that he can rent, which is next to a school. Yeah.
Issue.
So he starts like watching their children, obviously, but he starts watching another paedophile who's watching him. So he's on like pedo watch, and he starts like noticing this guy's movements and noticing he's trying to pick up kids. And then in one part of the film, I'll just give you the brief summary. He goes to the park and he starts talking to a little girl, and he asks her to sit on his lap, and she says, "I'd rather not." And he goes, and she explains that her dad likes it when she sits on his lap. And he's like, "Do you like sitting on her dad?" And she was like, "No." And she starts crying, and it's clear that she's getting abused by her father. And he starts like getting it out of her, and then she's like, do you still want me to sit on your lap? I'll do it." And he's like, "No." So he like realizes now when it's somebody else's, like in his own perspective, he was like, "I'm just being nice to him. I don't actually hurt him. There's no harm in it."
Yeah.
He sees it in somebody else's point of view, what it actually does, and he just feels terrible. And then he sees this paedophile again picking up a kid at the school, just beats the crap out of him. Jobs are good. So fantastic.
There is a
movie.
lack of movie when Kevin Bacon just beats the crap out of people, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
It
he
reminded me a lot
looks like a mental guy that would just rip your head off in a fight. And I think I want to see that in a film. Like, what's the boy in, I've just got Rush Hour stuck in my head. What's it, like?
Chris.
No,
Tucker.
no, it's not Rush Hour. It's, Jordan Gordon-Levitt on a bike.
Oh, Rush. Premium
Is it
Rush.
Premium
Premium
Rush?
Rush.
Michael Shannon. He's in it.
Is he?
Yeah. Michael Shannon plays his psychiatrist. Or
Yeah,
his-
the absolute mental
Wait,
one. Like,
the
he's-
guy who plays.
Have you seen Take Shelter? That's a
he
really
plays,
good film.
Thingy and
Zod.
Superman.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Have
I
you
just
seen
wanna
him
see
in
William Dafoe
Boardwalk
and him
Empire?
in a movie beating crap
No.
out each other.
If you want a good role with him in, watch Boardwalk Empire.
Well, I think he's just a great
He
Yeah,
plays
he's brilliant in Boardwalk.
absolute
He's
amazing
brilliant.
character. My favourite character in that whole TV
exactly.
series.
Imagine crazy William Dafoe versus crazy, what's his name?
Michael Shannon.
But,
Yeah,
like,
it's just.
He's really good in this film called Take Shelter, which He's by the guy who made Midnight Special and this other film about a black couple.
Still need to see Midnight Special.
And he made another one which is really big, but I can't for the life of me remember what it's called. And I can't remember what this director's name is, but Take Shelter, and it's about a guy who starts, who like predicts like a Noah's Ark scenario. He predicts like the end of the world, or he has a dream that it's going to end. He keeps having these dreams, and it turns out he's got like a history of mental health in his family. And you're asking, is he having a mental breakdown? Is there a god? Is there all these things? And then there like, is there going to be a storm? Is there not? It's really good. Take Shelter. Honestly, give it a watch.
Kind of sounds like it was a bit Donnie Darko-ish.
It is sort of, but you know, it's a bit more better.
Do you know I never knew Donnie Darko had a sequel?
Wait, what? I never knew that. Maybe mic a bit closer, Gregor.
I think it's a Darko story or something.
Didn't know that.
It's
That director's only ever made one good film, and that was Donnie Darko. So
yeah, the director didn't come back. I don't know what it's about. I just saw it yesterday. I was watching. I'm always on WatchMojo.com.
there's a guy in the atrium here just losing his rag, just walking around in circles.
I've noticed him walking back and forth a couple of times. I really hope we're not getting projected into the atrium now.
He's gone into Essentials, I think. Ding, 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 ding. Maybe we're just being broadcast upstairs.
Oh,
Could be.
hello, people playing ping pong.
Yeah, people playing ping pong. React to us if you can hear us.
Oh, one of them hit the ball.
That must be reaction.
Confirmed. So yeah, so it's check out Take Shelter and check out The Woodsman.
See, so I like about The Woodsman is that I haven't seen it yet, but like the concept that it's bringing out the issue of people who have this condition, and it's something that I've thought about doing for a social issue module. Is the fact that it's literally a case where people cannot help this problem. Like it's genetically wired into their brain.
Yeah.
You know, obviously people who act upon it are.
It's just like
wrong.
having a certain attraction towards women. Or
Yeah,
men.
it's just
or neither, but it's just not right within society.
no, and
rightly
it's
so.
just a shame that people can't get the help sooner or when they need it.
Yeah.
You know, for such a
We can't. No one can like. It's hard to say. I sympathise for.
No, yeah, it's very hard to say
I
that.
said this the other week that 99% of them don't even act on their own.
They don't even
Yeah.
act. It's just.
And that's just living.
But
your life.
imagine
Incredible
living
thing.
your life like that. It must.
Yeah,
be,
it must be
Terrible.
difficult.
Again, we're not condoning paedophilia.
No, not at all.
But it's. I think people just need to kind of actually understand that.
Yeah,
like,
it's-
There was that type of warehouse, Greg.
Wait, what?
I don't condone paedophilia.
But yeah, no, it should be a good watch. I'm looking forward to watching it.
A movie that I watched like I don't know 5-6 years back. It's an old 70s film, but I don't think it's a film many people have seen. Midnight Express.
No, I have not seen that.
Brilliant. It's a thriller. It's a drama thriller, based on this man, based on a true story about a guy who was smuggling marijuana or something from Turkey.
What's it called?
Midnight Express. But he gets caught and thrown in a Turkish jail, and it's basically he's back.
Who's in it? Who's in it? Rings a bell.
John Hurt and Brad Davis.
Rings a bell, that.
It's brilliant. I love it. It's his slow decline into absolute insanity from basically getting abused in this Turkish jail. It's just brilliant. Like I highly recommend it. It's from 1978. It's not dated amazingly, but like it is a fantastic film. So I highly recommend watching it. Like it's just when you see like there's just certain scenes in it that just shows you like people at their absolute breaking point, and it's some people say it's a culture shock because it's Turkey, but I'm sure like there's films of people in American jails that are just as bad. That's me done. If you guys can like start another conversation, that'd be perfect. I'm just rambling.
Josh, get up on the screen the list. The list. Alright, what's the next one that I've seen? Okay, well the next one that I've seen is Stand By Me.
Love that.
Such a good film, and the reason why I love it is because again it's a Stephen King novel, and it was definitely one where he was like, I don't like being typecasted because I can be the best in all genre of storytelling, and he made this story about these group of kids that just go just want to go and find this dead body, or the body of a child that's gone missing.
Yeah.
As it's been rumored that he got hit by a train, and he's up by the track, and it's more of a case of like the whole journey is an excuse to escape their problems at home. Yeah, like they've all each got their individual problems, and they find comfort in each other, and then they decide, you know what, we need to get away. What better excuse is that we go get a reward money?
They're all fearing going from primary to high school.
Yeah,
is brilliant as well. There's so many relatable things in that movie, and it's great.
It's good because like when I was a kid, I watched it, and
horrific performance from River Phoenix.
Definitely, yeah.
And
all of the kids were definitely good. Like normally you don't get a good child actor.
Yeah, they got 4.
Yeah, they really hit the nail on the head. They got so many
you
great
see
performances.
some scenes that are overacted by the kids, but you just let it slide with the whole film in general. Like it is just brilliant.
But yeah, and I say this about everything, but it is true. Like Stephen King's collection of kids that are in every story that he does, they're all the same. I have to say that. Like in Dreamcatcher, the group of kids are the same. In It, the group of kids are kind of the same. Stand By Me, it's all based loosely on the same type of kids in that group. But everything now from Stephen King, if you've got a group of kids, say for example Stranger Things, it's always the same type of kids that Stephen King has created, and it's really hard to get away from doing that because he's one of my favorite authors because he is at the peak. He is the best author, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Because he can do
his storytelling is absolutely fantastic, and it is. You wouldn't have so many Stephen King movies.
No, yeah.
If they weren't right.
Yeah, exactly. And there are so many Stephen King movies. Like there's major blockbuster Stephen King films, there are independent Stephen King films.
I'd like to show UCLan actually. One of the adaptation students a couple of years ago made their own the Boogeyman.
Stephen King novel. They wrote to him
and
he has this.
They requested a feature-length version. I think that's fantastic.
They did. I think it was 15 minutes, and he wanted a 45-minute movie because the 15 minutes were really good.
And then he wanted a feature.
Yeah.
I think that's brilliant.
Unfortunately, if they had not already done that, I would have done that, but I didn't want to be the person who copies them because what I would have absolutely loved to have done is do a Stephen King thing and get him to actually write back and go, yes, actually go make something.
Stephen King is one of those guys that wants you to make his books.
Yeah, definitely.
He's such a big fan of film that he will happily have anyone try to make his book into a film.
Yeah, definitely. He's one of those people that love to interact with his fans. And so it is something that's coming out. I'm extremely excited from Stephen King. Is the adaptation of his book series, The Gunslinger, or the Dark Tower series.
I've heard the Dark Tower series is pretty. There's a lot of hype behind that.
Yes, I've read the first book. I'm currently working my way through them, but the first book is so good. Like he gives a world that it's vague, which is good because it doesn't go into too much detail and it leaves your mind to imagine. But from what I can assume, it's like an apocalyptic world where this grass or this weed has grown, and it's like a high that you get from chewing it. But if you do it too much, you become addicted, and your mouth just becomes like moss growing all over it. And he's part of this small group that have learned mastered gunslinging, and he's trying to find this figure called the Man in Black, who is kind of a sorcerer that killed all of the people that he knew and is playing a mind game with him. So he's on this journey to find this guy. But yeah, no, it's Idris Elba playing the gunslinger.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Which I'm fully behind. I'm like, because when I read the book, I imagined it as like, say, a Joel kind of character from Last of Us. But going back to what we were saying, at no point in the book does he specifically say what kind of person he is.
And I think that's what's good. He doesn't say this. He's a tall African American male, like with red hair. Like, he never defines a character.
He allows the
reader create the character in your head, and I think that's brilliant.
And then Matthew McConaughey is playing the Man in Black. From the pictures that I've seen, it looks like they're going completely the different way from what I imagined it, because it looks like it's futuristic, and I'm a bit wary, but it does look like it's going to be good because he's got two amazing actors, got a great story that they're adapting, and I really hope that they don't mess it up. But yeah, who's next on the film?
I'm just looking through the list, and I think I talked about Leon last time we brought this up.
Probably. I think I remember that.
Yeah. Because I remember talking about how I love Leon and I hate Amelie.
Yeah.
Because... the thing is, in the past week, apart from Shawshank, I've not watched many films this week.
No, it's been a busy week.
I watched one. It's on the list. Dog Day Afternoon.
Alright.
It was unusually pretty good. It was well, you're expected to be good looking at it. Sidney Lumet directed it, of Serpico and 12 Angry Men.
Yeah, you've
starring Al Pacino and John Cazale, who plays like Fredo in The Godfather. 1975. It was like a bank robbery film. These two guys, or three, but one runs off. Two guys rob a bank to try and like you. I don't know. It was just unusual, and it reminded me a lot of 12 Angry Men in the way that it's set in like just one room, and it's just people talking. But
I'm a huge fan of films like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you guys would have seen it, but it's trying to remember Carnage. Roman Polanski, Christoph Waltz, John C. Reilly, Jodie Foster, and last lady, I can't remember your name.
What's that?
It's two couples meet to discuss.
Oh yeah, you've talked about this.
Yeah, I talked about an adaptation. I don't think I talked about it here. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, no, yeah, go on.
But like, brilliant. It was originally a stage play of just set in this apartment of people walking around, and I just found it fascinating because it's basically just dissecting human nature. You're just sitting there watching these four completely different,
people,
but completely normal in their own right people, just going absolutely mental.
Yeah, each other.
Yeah, and then what's great about it is at the start, obviously you have man and wife versus man and wife.
Yeah.
And that goes on for about 50 minutes.
Whether they
half an
turn
hour.
each other.
Then then it's man and man versus wife and wife. Then it's other wife and other man. Like, it's just so many little pairings that just happen from
Roman
it.
Polanski in it.
Yeah, he's like
Polanski
is. I think it's his first American movie since he became a paedophile.
Yeah.
We're bringing up paedophiles quite a lot in this show, so maybe that can get into the thumbnail.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the Dog Day Afternoon. So you're trying to work out what this guy's motivations are, because everybody keeps saying, "Oh, he's such a straight edge. He's such a nice guy." All the people that he's robbing are like him. He's dead nice to them, and they're nice back. Why, Tom? Why?
I didn't write it.
Oh,
Someone
right.
else did.
Oh, right.
So yeah, you're wondering why he's doing this, and then he goes, and this is a really good twist bit. He goes, "Oh, I want you to go get my wife, so I can say goodbye to her." Because he plans on getting a bus. That's old-fashioned, getting a bus, going to the airport, getting on the plane.
Yeah.
And this guy turns up, and he starts waving to him, and he says happy birthday, and it turns out that's his wife, and that he's robbing this bank so that his husband, his gay husband, can have a sex change and become a woman. It's really weird. It's out of nowhere. And
what?
And Al Pacino plays it so well, but he's also got another wife with kids and stuff like that as well. But he's like, so he really wanted to be a father, and like she was the only woman he ever loved. But then he's gay at heart. It was really weird and cool, and you the whole way through it, you're thinking these two guys cannot get out of this alive. They can't. Oh, maybe they can. No, wait, they can't. Maybe. It's a true story as well. Happened in 1972. I'd recommend it. Just if you want to watch a good bank heist film, like Inside Man's good. If you've ever seen that as well with Denzel Washington and Clive Owen. It's just something a bit different. It's pretty cool. There's and then all the people outside start like rooting for him and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Do you want to play a song?
Yeah.
I'll play a song, then we'll wrap it up probably.
Yeah.
Or do you want to wrap it up now so I can start recording?
Entirely up to you, mate.
Wrap it up now, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, whoever has been listening.
We've got a couple of listeners today.
Yeah, we got a few. This is
Sorry,
the Room Radio show on Pulse Media Radio Station.
Plug the Facebook. Plug the Twitter.
Oh yes. Follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube now. We are putting our episodes up. The Room
podcast is.
Yes, the Room podcast.
Thank you for having me again, guys. I love being called a special guest every time I come.
I think I'm just going to put you as host.
Yeah,
I'm just a host now.
I think you're just going to become a host.
Congratulations, Gregor. You've been promoted.
Thank you.
This means you can't win the prizes anymore. So if you want to be a host, you got to forfeit that pint that you're owed.
I'm not forfeiting the pint. You're buying me a pint.
Well.
But I will from now on.
It was like, I'm not playing a soundbite. Where's that from?
This is in celebration of Gregor's promotion.
I'm still getting the pints.
That's that like. Right, anyway, see you in a bit. Have a good one.
See ya.